Hey guys, Anthony here with Empire Music and EmpireMusic.com. Back at you with part 2 of our holiday buying guide. Kind of the purpose of this video is, obviously we understand this is going to be a different year for the retail environment. A lot of people shopping online. If you walk in the shop, we like to ask you some questions, make sure we fit you in with the right instrument, whether you're looking for a guitar or a bass. So we're going to bring that experience here to you live on the interwebs, and appreciate you watching that. Keep in mind, if you buy something from us, we do a pro setup on every single guitar. So if we're talking entry level, mid level, high end, we do a full factory setup on that thing before it ships to ensure you or your gift receiver is going to open an instrument and that's great to play, feels really good right out of the box, hopefully. So today we're going to talk about mid-level basses. These are going to be Mexican-made basses from the Fender lineup. This is the first time we get into the true Fender name right above the Squier lineup. A lot of good value in Squier, but if you're looking to get something a little bit closer to a professional bass, then either the Player series or the Vintera series, really strong value in there. And we're going to kind of give you a general overview of all of those basses, some of the specs, who they're great for. Quick overview so we don't have to keep going back over it. There's going to be 3 styles of basses here. You have the Fender Jazz bass, 2 pickups, slightly more narrow at the nut, a little bit easier to play, a little less demanding of an instrument, very bright, very punchy. If you're a slap player, it's going to be a great instrument for you, but super versatile too. Then the iconic, the Fender Precision bass. Differences between the Jazz bass, a little wider at the nut, so slightly more demanding instrument to play. Not crazy though. Single pickup, so you really get one defining tone out of this instrument. Fantastic. And then for the player, either looking for it's kind of a unique look, a unique sound, something definitely easier to play. This is a short scale Mustang bass. This one's in the Vintera series. So it is going to be 30 inches from bridge to nut. That's your scale length. Great instruments. The other ones were 34, so this is 4 inches shorter overall. So nice and easy to play. Great instruments here. Cool, without further ado, let's jump into the lineup and I will walk you through some of the specs. First up is the Fender Player series. These basses are made in Mexico and offer a tremendous value with a no-frills approach to the Fender tone and style that you've come to expect. These basses are great for players who are looking for a mid-level instrument or even the professional bassist looking to add a new sound to their collection. This series features the Precision, the Jazz, and the Mustang bass. Features include a 34-inch scale length with the exception of the Mustang bass, which is 30, alder bodies with a gloss polyester finish, Player series Alnico 5 pickups, 4 saddle standard bridges, maple necks with a modern C profile and satin urethane finishes, 20 fret maple or Palfreo fretboards with a 9.5 degree radius. Moving on to the Fender Ventera series, these basses are perfect for players looking to step into a more vintage inspired instrument. The Ventera series encapsulates the best features from the most sought after eras in Fender lore. These basses allow players to grab some of that old school mystique without breaking the bank. This series includes a 50s Precision, a 60s Jazz and Mustang bass, and a 70s Jazz bass. Features include a 34-inch scale length with the exception of the Mustang bass, which again is 30, alder bodies with a gloss polyester finish, vintage style pickups, 4 saddle American vintage bridges with the exception of the Mustang bass that is strung through body, maple necks with era-specific C profiles and gloss urethane finishes, 20 fret maple or Palfreo fretboards with a 7.25 radius. Also note in the case of the Mustang bass, it again has 19 frets. These instruments have vintage frets, synthetic bone nuts, period accurate tuning machines, and these basses do come with a gig bag. Cool, so again, I hope that sheds a little bit of light into the Mexican series instruments out of Fender. Super strong value. I think that for any level of player, these are certainly options to have in the arsenal. If you're a guitar player looking to add a nice quality, approaching high-end feeling bass, great option. If you're, got a bunch of P basses and want a cool vintage-inspired jazz bass, Vintera series it's a no-brainer. So keep in mind, pro setup. I said it at the top, I'm going to say it again. Every single instrument that we ship out of the store gets a pro setup on it. That's huge. No one else is doing that, although they might start doing it after they hear us doing it. But yeah, everything that goes out of the store is going to play great with us. We have 0% interest financing. You can call me directly at the shop, 412-343-5299. Email me directly, Anthony@EmpireMusic.com. Hope this helps your holiday shopping. Thanks, guys.